Got some good news. We found out that our true crime series, The Tape Room, won a New York Emmy Award. Wanted to thank the organization for putting on the show tonight under such difficult circumstances. Also want to thank our news director, Byron Harmon, who allowed me to create this podcast and then turn it into a TV special. Ahmad Asghar, our assistant news director, and Matt Onimus, executive producer. This was our idea. We got it off the ground. Chris Sobel, executive producer. You helped us get it on the air. Noreen Coles, our wonderful editor. This story was about a young man named Jamal Molly Gaines. He was shot and killed inside his store in Rahway, New Jersey. It's a case that is still unsolved to this day. Have so much respect for his mother, Tina Wilson, and his sister, Divinity Gaines. You two have been through so much, and we are hoping that you will find answers and justice.
Hello, hello, hello. I am Sartina, and welcome. If you're watching me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, as you know, I'm Sartina, and today I have a special guest. I'm super excited. My energy is all over the place, to be totally honest with you guys, because I love vision boards, right? But this year I have a special cause. Two reasons. Turning 50, I'm super excited for my birthday, and I said I wanted to do something extra special for my birthday. I didn't want just a regular party. I wanted to give back. We all love giving back, right? So if you didn't know, this makes 6 years that my son, that they spoke about in the video, Molly Gaines, was murdered. And he had a sneaker store, a very lucrative sneaker store in Rahway, New Jersey. So I said, what other way than giving back by giving sneakers? So a friend of mine has a friend who has a school in Nigeria, and the name of the school is Wanayina Children's Foundation. And we're going to be giving 200 pairs of sneakers to the school. Originally, it was 100, but when you surround yourself with amazing people, amazing things happen, right? Today, I want to talk about collaboration, vision boards, and of course, sneaker drive right here. And when I say collaboration, when you have a dream, something that's a little bit, okay, a lot of it bigger than you, sometimes you need that outside force. And the first thing I thought about, well, who's been to Nigeria or Africa? Who's done stuff? I reached out to Renee Noor first, and she started telling me some stuff. And honestly, I got super scared. I was like, oh my gosh, this is bigger than me. But I had already put the words out there. And then I said, well, you know what? I'm going to Georgia. I'm doing my vision board event. Let me put this together with the sneaker drive. So collaboration again on Clubhouse. There's an amazing speaker on there. His name is TM, or Mr. TM Hyman. And I said, hey, you're in Georgia. I'm coming there. Would you mind speaking at my event? And he said, yes. So he's coming through today to interview with me to share the purpose of what we're doing. So without further ado, you're watching live. Make some noise for TM. How you doing?
Doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what I want to talk about first. Of course, the sneakers are always top of mind because that's the purpose of this. But regarding collaboration, I was going to say women's empowerment, because even though you're a man, you empower me. Saturday, you just kind of like put the fire under me, and we need that in life. So if you can just share with the people who you are, what you do, because everyone's like, who is he? What is he? All I can say is follow him, guys. Get on Clubhouse, get on his YouTube, get on his Instagram, because this is one Black man that's making changes, because it's very challenging to motivate me. If you're motivating me, then you're pretty good. So can you please just tell us a little about who you are, what you do, and what made Tina get motivated by you?
Tina, I would have to ask you, right? Like, really, but one, it's an honor and a pleasure. Thanks, like, truly. Thanks for having me. And yeah, it's an honor to hear those words. One, because I think for me, it's about just being transparent, right? And I think transparency is something that it's energy. It flows, right? Real recognizes real. And so, what I can say is, maybe the influence is the fact that you're real, right? You've been through some things, and I'm always empathetic, right? I listen, right? And so I think when words hit, your words have hit when I've heard your story. We met in person, right? And so it's like, yeah, anything you're doing, I'm with it. And then you talk about vision. Like vision is my thing. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision, make it plain so that others may run with it, right? And so that's a scripture that I live by. Write the vision, make it plain so that others may run with it. And so vision, what is it? It's the ability, right, to be able to see That's what vision is, the ability to see. And for me, when you can see the future, when you can plan based on imagination, right, and wisdom, that makes it even better. And so when you talk about vision boards and partnering the cause of the sneaker drive for 200 kids in Nigeria, right? Like, I'm with it. I am with it. So we need you all to be with it too, and hang out with us if you're in Atlanta on July the 3rd. So you can support the Vision Board event and the sneaker drive. We can't hear you.
I muted so you didn't hear the tears.
No, we can't.
I'm thinking about the first time we met, and I guess I asked you for your support, and you said you have a nonprofit, Tina, and you're saying I'm going to help you get grants, I'm going to help you get this, and people talk all the time. When he was first murdered, which was 6 years ago, I can't tell you how many people were on board. The first 2 years, running the nonprofit was so easy because people were there, but as the years went on, people just kind of stopped and walked away and really didn't do anything, and then it was just me. And to hear you say that, not only say it, back it up, and you were like, here's my number. Like, he gave me all these cell phone numbers. I'm like, okay, he's like 10 cell phones. He's super important, but to do that, and right now, whenever it's anything to do with supporting him. And I always say there's 4 ways of how you can support what I'm doing right now. And we do events all the time. Whenever it's his birthday, which is in August, and that's when we want to have all the sneakers collected, guys. So we really need and want your support, because looking at these children, giving sneakers, that's one way. Gently used or new sneakers. The age of the children, nursery to 6th grade. So they're for smaller feet. And I want 200 pairs because there's 200 in the school. And another way is by donating money, because you have to pay to get them shipped out there. And then these events. So I always do vision boards. I love them. And I said, you know what, let me tie it in. So come to one of my events. I'm also doing an event in New Jersey. It's a women's empowerment event where, proceeds of that go towards the event. And lastly, just supporting, just sending a post or something like that. And I guess I kind of got a little emotional because, look at, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, I just had a birthday in March, so I'm like 45 years old.
Oh, wow. You don't
Yeah.
even look it.
Yeah, listen, it's a lot of wisdom over here. A lot of wisdom over here, right? Grown man business over here.
And
Absolutely.
I just can't help to just think about it. My dad was scrolling through my pages, and I saw he was probably like 8 or 9 years old, just smiling, so happy. And again, vision. When you were a little boy, what was something that you said, I want to do this, when I grow up? Did that ever happen to
Believe
you?
it or not, Tina, I was going to be a doctor, MD. I was going to be a physician. I knew it with all of my heart up until I was about 19 years old. I went to Eastern Virginia Medical School, and I was entering the surgical assistant program under the first African American surgeon, neurosurgeon in the whole country. Dr. D.L. Britt was his name. He said, I think you should observe a few surgeries before you enter into this program. Right? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I want in this program, right? I want in. And I did. I observed a couple of surgeries. During both surgeries, I think I almost threw up in one, almost passed out in another. Right? I had no idea that I couldn't handle gore. I had never seen gore in my life, right? So brain surgery, I had never seen a skull pulled back, and you see that, right? And a rectal duct replacement. So you're going from the head to the to the rear, right? It was like, wow, no, I'm not going to be a doctor, right? So when you talk about pivot, right, I made a major pivot, and so thank God I had entrepreneurial, genes. My mom and dad both entrepreneurs, right? And so yeah, I was able to pivot in business, and I'm creative, so I also thought I was going to be a famous rapper or singer or something. I can hum a tune as well. So yeah, man. But here I am, right? So I think we all have aspirations and dreams, right? Many of us are multi-talented, but then you got to like flush it out and get real, right? You got to get real and get practical and figure it out along the way. And so thank God I was able to figure it out.
By the way, you had an amazing topic this morning, guys. If you don't know, you need to get on Clubhouse. He runs a room with Breakfast with Champions at 5 a.m. On Tuesdays. And today your
Early in the
question,
morning.
yes, you should have told me. I'm like, okay, got to get the music. But today your question was, we all want to be millionaires and life balance. And I love that because some people are scared to say they want to be millionaires. And is life balance challenging for you? Because TM, I don't know if you know this. This is my first week doing the entrepreneur thing full time. Last week I quit my job
Congrats.
because
Oh, wow.
I was trying to
Congratulations.
do so many different, thank you. I was trying to do so many different things. And I was like, you know what, Tina, you have to have faith. For years, I've been doing it, but just having that little background. So
Yeah.
this week I'm doing so much. I'm like, okay, it's like I'm working all the time. But when you talked about life balance,
Yeah.
how do you find that for yourself? For those people out there looking to.
That is a great question. And I'll tell you, for me, a lot of my life balance education or awareness really comes from my 9 to 5. And so, I have the pleasure of working for a dynamic, Fortune 500. That's principles is really about employee first, right? Employee led, employee based principles. And so, that work life balance thing is real because it's about awareness and taking your PTO and using your benefits, going to see the dentist and going to see the doctor annually, right? I mean, it's about life balance, like for real, right? Having insurance, having your loved ones on your insurance, right? Taking care of business, right? And so, no, it's not easy because I also have an entrepreneurial spirit, and then I'm involved in the community. Then you want to make time for your family, but I think what gets focused on gets done.
Yes.
Right? What gets focused on gets done, and so I know that to be true. If you want to go to Walmart, you go to Walmart. You focus on that, and it gets done. Right? If you want to go, if you want to go get, something like from the mall, you make a conscious effort to go to the mall to get it. It's really that simple, right? So I think prioritization, right? Love is an action word. It's an action word, right? So when we say that we love something, right, then we got to show, right, through our actions, we got to support that. We got to back that up, right? I think a lot of people can say that they love something. They love you. They love me. They love us. They love it. But their actions don't support it. It's not in alignment, right? So it makes me question, like, do you really love it? Do you really love me? Do you really love it, right?
I love it. That was on point. And let me tell you, what you said, I got my answer, how I'm going to get this thing done. So if you guys are just tuning in, TM is here because he lives in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in North Carolina. I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia to do the Peachtree Race. I do it every year with my Bermuda family. So you'll see my Bermudians. And he's going to be talking about, we're having an event that day. It's going to be so cool. We're going to talk about vision boards, empowerment, just kind of meet and greet sort of thing. But this is my idea, TM. Tell me what you think. So I want 100 sneakers by 4th of July. So I figure if I get 10 people to get 10 sneakers somehow, that's my 100. Is my math correct?
Listen, that's about right? I mean, 10 times 10 is absolutely 100, right? And so this is the deal. Like I have at least 5 pair towards, that 100 already. So we really only need 95 right now. And I probably
Exactly.
can knock it down with 10 pair, right? Because we're talking about new or gently used shoes, ladies and gentlemen. And so, I think when you think about it's past spring cleaning, we're like into the summer. So if you didn't, do spring cleaning, you're past due throw out like 5, 10 pair of shoes anyway, right? So give us, we don't want the shoes that you didn't beat down to the ground and the heel need to be, redone. No, keep those, throw those out, right? We want the ones that are gently used, right? Where can they drop them off at, Tina?
So if I'm thinking, well, the day of at the hotel, do you think I should have a spot ahead of time before the 3rd of
Absolutely.
July?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard, TM. There's this amazing guy named TM in Atlanta, Georgia. And and he's going to organize a drop spot for the sneakers.
Well, I can actually see where we can drop them off now. I can't commit, but
Okay.
I think a location in advance. Even for me, I'm thinking like, where could I drop them off right now just to get
Right.
5-10 pair out of
I'll
my
work
house.
on it. I mean, I know Malika,
But
Renee, a whole bunch of people.
let me see. Let's see what we can do. I think the bottom line is we want people to act immediately. Where
Now,
can
yes,
they
yes.
donate? Where can they donate?
Yes. So if you wanted to donate money, you can just go to my Instagram page, which is I am Stars Tina. We also have a GoFundMe, Molly Gaines. If you're watching this, I wrote it in the chat where you can actually find everything. TM, I am so grateful. I mean, I can now see it.
Yeah,
A week
vision.
ago, the words were coming out of my mouth,
Yeah,
but I didn't see it. And it's very hard for me to do things if I don't visually see. I see us in Atlanta with 100 sneakers, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing? Am I shipping them from Atlanta? I see the sneakers in North Carolina. I see them in Jersey. I see them getting on the boat. And I'm not even like crying tears of joy. It's like, all right, let's get pumped up right now. And you know what else I wanted to say, TM? Anyone who did donate sneakers, maybe if they put a motivational quote in the sneaker, like a little piece of paper or
all that.
something, maybe a little gift, maybe a pair of socks. So when the child gets the sneakers, it's like, oh, because for us, a pair of socks is nothing. A little motivational quote, like how you said something that gets planned gets done, or what gets planned gets done. Put a note in there for them. So I'm
That's a great
excited.
idea. That's a great
Yes.
idea.
Yep, I have 9 more people that I'm going to do this with in the Atlanta, Georgia area. By the end of this week, I'm going to have a location so we can start donating sneakers now
Yeah.
and get it out the way.
I'm gonna go look for those 5 to 10 pair that I have, so that we can get the party started with these gently used or new sneakers. 200
Yes,
pair. Hey,
200 pairs.
congratulations to you, man, for vision,
Thank you.
right? For
Yes.
your vision and wanting to give back, right? The cause I think is very. I mean, at this point, man, I mean, it's unbelievable what's happening, even still right now, right? And so, whatever we can do to bring awareness and support, right? I mean, come on, we're going across seas, right, to
I
help
know. Back to the
support.
motherland.
Yeah,
Woo!
this is beautiful. So
Have you ever
um,
been to Africa?
I have been supporting Africa for years at this point. I'm looking to go to Cape Town. I was supposed to go in September, but I'm looking to go to Cape Town soon because I happen to know Zadwa Mandela, who's Nelson Mandela's grandson. And so we've got to, even maybe wherever we're shipping these shoes, right? Maybe we'll be able to do a follow-up trip soon. Um, who knows? Because as you stated, Renee Noor has, I think, been twice in the last
Hmm.
12 months, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna
That's
ride. We're
beautiful.
gonna ride her coattail back to Africa.
Definitely, definitely. Could you share your first experience when you went there? Because like in my mind, it's just like the most beautiful thing. Can you share with us what it was like the first time you went? Like who, what, where,
Well,
why, all that
well,
good stuff?
I have not gone.
Oh,
Right,
not yet.
supposed to
Okay.
go in September of last year.
Gotcha.
COVID,
Gotcha.
yeah, prevented
Yeah.
me. So hopefully we can get that back on very, very soon. And maybe,
Yes.
as I
Yes.
stated, we can ride Renee's
Yes.
coattail.
Well,
And
she's
we
talking
can,
about going in January to Dubai. So she's just
I thought she had, but I think she just didn't she go to Dubai?
Yep,
Yeah,
she's
okay,
talking
she's
about
going
going
back.
again.
Yeah, I can't keep up. I can't keep up. You need her to be on here talking about her experiences in Africa.
Yes, she's in New Orleans right now, so she's not even home.
Amazing.
But I wanted to get you on here first. And again, thank you so much for the support. Thank you
Thank
for
you so
helping
much.
me see the vision. And sometimes we need that faith, and you had that faith and pushed it through. Whew. All right, guys, I got to go find some
Faith, business,
locations.
and leadership. Faith, business, and leadership.
Yes,
America's favorite
yes.
mentor.
And even though he'll probably never see this, I just want to say thank you to Glenn Lundy for starting Breakfast with
You're
Champions
welcome.
on Clubhouse, because that's how I got this extra motivation. That's how I met TM. That's how this all cultivated. So, in a little part, he made this happen.
That's right. Absolutely. Got
Thank
tons
you
of
very
love for
much.
Glenn.
Yes, thank you. Bye bye.